All right, traders, to watch this video here for Tuesday, May 17th. Okay, most of you know, but if you weren't there today, I'm only trading really the early mornings because I've got family in town this week and just trying to spend as much time as I can. But in the mornings, people just kind of fudging around, getting coffee, getting going for the day. I don't mind coming in and catching a trade or two if I can. So, um, the SPY looks like it closed about where it opened after a decent range on the day, but pretty much a non-event day, right? One of those indecision days, I call them. I did call real quick, just as a memory, VERU looked about like this when I called it. This was the opening candle, then it topped out at 1374. My idea was back through that high. I think I typed in chat something like VERU back over high of day has Friday's high just above. And so from 1370, the high of day break, 1375, pretty quickly, almost a buck. It went to 1464. Never did take out Friday's high, but still a decent little trade there. So that is something that I gave to the chat room this morning, an idea that I gave. What are we watching for tomorrow? AGRI, really strong close on big volume. So we want to keep our eyes on that one. INDO, it looks like oil, which I usually use USO. Oil had this big pop here. Now we're flagging, and it looks like it's starting to curl to the upside. I know gas is also, I keep hearing on the news, at all-time highs or something. So that whole industry is worth watching. And with that in mind, I think I'm going to keep my eyes on INDO. It seems to have found support. Nice volume today. That may have a continuation day tomorrow. ZNTL, big volume day. Closing well off of its highs, but still I'm going to watch for a continuation setup tomorrow. Remember, I make my money between the bells, so I don't hold anything overnight. Hopefully, we'll get an A-plus setup in one of these in the morning, right? DVAX had a big pop. DVAX had a big pop on Thursday. Inside day on Friday, looking for a third day play there. VER, you already mentioned it. It's kind of interesting, kind of a wide range, but closing fairly close to the open and well off of its highs, but it's still putting an inside day inside of Friday's candle. So I'm going to keep my eyes on that one. It's been pretty strong lately. WOW, big volume and a fairly strong close. We'll see if that gives a setup tomorrow. Twitter's a little bit interesting to me. It is literally down, I think, below where Elon Musk said he was buying it at 54 or offered to buy it at 54. It's almost off a cliff since then. So I would argue, it's always dangerous because of headline risk, and you could take a trade tomorrow, and then Elon comes out and says, never mind, they were lying about how many actual users they have or something. I'm spitballing here, but anything could happen, and then it could fall apart. But you could also argue, hey, now, it's down near recent lows. And you've also, if I'm short the stock, I'm going to be terrified that there's an announcement, okay, the deal's going through, and then you're in big trouble, on the short side. So anyway, it's beaten up enough now. I think it's worth watching for a bounce play setup, all right? CYN, which had a huge move back here, then put in a lower high, has now been down 4 straight days in a row. And sitting right at the 50-day. I think it's overdue for a bounce, so I'm going to watch it and see if it gives a setup. And not a very big list today, mostly because of the way the overall market's acting. Lastly, I'm putting PPSI. I'm watching that. I believe they had earnings in after hours, and as I'm talking, it's trading at about 360. So certainly worth watching as a potential gapper tomorrow. We will add other gappers to this list in the pre-market as well. Short and sweet tonight, and I'll see everybody in the chat room in the morning.